Hi Jane, right, the next part of the pro training course we're going to do now, we're going to be looking at doing CPR with the compressions. Have you ever done this before? No. Okay, right. So the idea of the name of the game is we want to use our body weight to help us to do the compressions. So what we want to do is get as close to the person as possible. Obviously real people would have arms, so if they're of size maybe or something, maybe we put that arm between our legs just so we can get a bit closer to them. Whatever is your more dominant hand, mine is the right, we're going to put the middle part of our hand down, middle part of the palm, bang in the center of the chest. And these very kindly have nipples on these. So I can put like the middle finger just down, just over the nipple there. So we know we're not too high or we're not too low. So straight on there. The other hand comes in, links fingers across. You want to put as much of your body weight across the person as possible and keep your elbows locked open like so. So we don't want to, when we drop our weight down, we don't want to bend, we want to keep rigid. Yep. So the idea is we're going to pivot on our hips. So on the count of 3, we're going to give it a go. Here we go. Are we ready? 1, 2. So, brilliant. So that's what we're going to be doing, is that type of movement. So that now we're using all of our body weight to help with the compressions. We're going to be looking at doing compressions, 30 compressions to 2 breaths of a rate of 100 to 120 compressions a minute. So it's almost 2 compressions a second. Yeah. Back in the day, many, many years ago, they used Nelly the Elephant, which was pretty good. As Nelly the Elephant, that comes in at 104 beats per minute. They use now still Staying Alive. That comes in at 106 beats per minute, which is even better. But just to give you the idea of what we're doing, it's doing the speed with the compressions on that, yes? So what we'll do then, we'll get our hands into position, get yourself upright, lean forward so your shoulders are across the person. And the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. If we just stop a second and I'll show you how we're going to do the breath. I know it's tiring already. Imagine doing this for 2 minutes, because shortly we're going to have to do this for 2 minutes non-stop, compressions only, and there is a very good reason for that. I will explain later. So when we come to doing the breaths, what we will be doing, as we explained earlier about the DRAB acronym, you know, looking at the danger response, airway and breathing, we will lift the head back, tilt the head back in this position, which opens the airway, pushes the tongue slightly forward, yes? So to do the breaths, what we're going to do is squeeze the nostrils really tightly closed, put our mouth completely around that mouth, and we will give, with the head still tilted back, 1 blow. 1, 2. That's it. Do that again so I can just see that. That's it. It's going up and a bit, squeeze the nostrils a bit tighter. That's it. Even better. That is brilliant. Okay. So do you think you've got it now ready that we can do 30 compressions, 2 breaths, 30 compressions, 2 breaths? We do. But I'll do it with you though. Yep. Okay. Get yourself ready. Bit of a Jane Fonda workout, this one. Ready, steady, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. If we stop, head tilt, chin lift, squeeze the nostrils. 1, 2. That's it. And then we go back to 30 compressions. Ready? Steady, go. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Do the last breath. Head tilt, chin lift. 1. That's it. 2. Perfect. Well done. So remember, what we want to do is between the compressions and breaths, absolutely no more than 10 seconds. The reality is what we was doing it then was probably only 4 or 5 seconds, which is really good. Excellent. Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Jane, well done on the compressions and breaths. Did really well on that. We didn't break too much of a sweat out. So just to run over again, there's 3 scenarios you could be faced with. You're looking at adults who collapse to the floor. So statistically speaking, when an adult hits the floor, it's probably going to be a cardiac issue. That's why we go straight to the chest where the heart is, yes, the cardiac side. And then we do 30 compressions, 2 breaths, 30 compressions, 2. And we keep doing this till hopefully help arrives in AED or the paramedics turn up to take over. The second scenario is of a child, if a child collapses, and they are based as a 1-year-old to an 18-year-old. So with a child, when they tend to collapse, again, it tends not to be a cardiac problem, it's a respiratory issue. They've then collapsed down. So what we do then is we start with 5 rescue breaths first to put oxygen into their lungs. Then we go 30 compressions and then 2 breaths, 30 compressions, 2 breaths. So the only difference between the adult to the child is we start with 5 breaths. Yep, does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The third scenario is drowning of any age. Because nobody can breathe underwater unless you're Aquaman or something like that. So then what we need to do is once they're out of the water and safe and you're safe, we then do 5 rescue breaths to get the water out of the lungs as well as to put oxygen in. Then if we're alone and have to get help, we will do 1 minute continuous CPR compressions, then leave them to go and get help. The reason for this, obviously, we must know help is on the way. An AED is coming to us. We've sent someone for an whatever it is. So you've got the 3 scenarios there, an adult, child, or we then have drowning of any age. Yep.